Hello and welcome to episode 20 of my journey through Gran Turismo. So we're moving on to menu book number 31, which is the Porsche 911 collection. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I head over to World Circuits and pretty sure we're going to have 3 tracks like we always do. So yeah, we've got Spa, Nürburgring and the track in Italy that I'm not even going to try to pronounce. So yeah, we'll head to Spa for the first one. We've already in the last episode got a Porsche that we've had to upgrade to a certain performance points level, which, like I say, we've already done, so we're just going to stay in that car. And yeah, so we'll just get started and see what happens. Obviously, as always, we may need to do more upgrades, but we'll just have to wait and see. I really wish the AI wouldn't break in places like that. So easy to just obviously not expect it and end up crashing straight into the back of them. Actually broke too late for that one, but managed to get round there just. Almost lost the rear going into the left-hander there as well, but just about kept hold of it. So yeah, you have to be extremely patient with this car. It is really easy to lose control of it. I do really enjoy driving the the race cars from Porsche, but the road cars just seem extremely difficult to keep on the track, which obviously isn't very helpful. And I've completely missed that corner. Wasn't sure if we needed to brake for it or not, but obviously we did. I also wasn't trying to completely cut him off then, but I just couldn't get it to turn in any more than what it was doing. So we're less than 9 seconds behind the leader now, and obviously only a lap in. Almost completely lost it there again due to having to try to go around the outside of the AI car. Because again, I think it's a good idea to brake going up into there. But yeah, so I think again this should be an easy enough race as long as we can avoid making any big mistakes. As I say, it's not the easiest car to drive, but it is quick enough. You just have to be able to keep it on the track. And yeah, sometimes just realise that it is better to just back off a little bit more than you'd usually like to, just to avoid those mistakes rather than trying to keep it flat out constantly. So I've got no excuses for the way I went through there this time, but still definitely much better than it had been the last couple of laps. But again, as I've said previously, it's just down to obviously using different cars constantly. You don't get much chance to get used to how each one handles, and then sort of have an idea how you can take certain sorts of corners. So we're just sort of learning on the job. That's fine, luckily. But I say luckily, I don't think it'd really matter if they did, but we don't have penalties on these normal races. He just really wanted to barge his way through there, and that almost really cost me. Right. So I know we can catch a lot up through Eau Rouge, so no need to panic. Just understeers so much through there. Decided I'd go up second out of there this time, but that really didn't help. No, it didn't feel any better than first did, so was better there though, as we were already into the corner. So yeah, we've got the run now. I think as long as we can keep him behind through this chicane section, then I don't think he's got much of a chance of coming back past us. But yeah, it's crazy how aggressive they are sometimes. I mean, I think I did make a little bit of a mistake coming through this turn, which meant he got up my inside, but then literally just drove against the side of me all through this bit. And then obviously I went, well, I cut too much of that corner, which obviously nearly put me into a spin, but just about managed to keep hold of it. So yeah, it definitely turns better through there, leaving it in second. Sorry, in first rather than second. Yeah, onto the final lap, and we're in the lead by a few seconds. So yeah, no silly mistakes now, and I won't say it were easy, but it wasn't too difficult. Just a case of getting used to the car. Figuring out where you can push a bit more, and yeah, just where you need to be careful. So yeah, there we go. That's race number 1 done. And we're starting to actually get a decent-ish amount of credits from these races now, which is helpful. Still not fantastic, obviously, but definitely better than when we started, when it was like 5,000. So yeah, we'll move on to Nürburgring, and it's actually a lap of the Nordschleife, which could be very interesting in this car. But anyway, yeah, we'll head straight into it. So it's the layout without the GP layout, well, sorry, the GP circuit attached to it. Bloody hell, this, yeah. I'm just on the completely wrong line going into there. Right, I was going to carry on, but rather than risking carrying on and then not getting the win and having to do it again anyway, I might as well just restart it with it being so early on. And then just avoid making that mistake again this time. Obviously went on his outside that time and he still tried to not give me enough room, but we did manage to get through. But I must admit, in the right car, this is a lovely circuit. And I mean, I know it's going to be extremely difficult, but I can't wait to do the circuit experience for this one. Although I'm not sure I'll be able to record a video long enough to actually get all that in, for the amount of time it's probably going to take. Almost lost it again then, trying to move under braking so I didn't just run straight into the back of the blue car. I mean, this definitely isn't going to be the quickest of laps, because I'm just trying to keep it on the track more than anything. And it has just started raining. So this could get very interesting. So we're just going to keep an eye on the bar in on the left hand side, that just tells you how much surface water there is, but just be extra careful in everything that we do. Yeah, I really don't want to have a silly spin or anything. Like that. I will be honest here though, I can't say I knew that the AI could have crashes like that. Can't say I've seen it before in anything that I've recorded, especially. But yeah, I will have to go back and have a look at that. Almost ran it too wide there, but just managed to back off the throttle and let it roll through. Please don't spin. Yeah, really wanted to get sideways for every part of that then. Trouble is, obviously with there being no real straight bit between any of it, it were just swapping which way it wanted to go sideways. Just could never regain the grip well enough to actually straighten it up before I then had to get it into the next corner. But yeah, so I mean, obviously it doesn't appear to be raining anymore. The track's staying as it was. And to be honest, with the level of grip that there has been so far, that should be okay. I was half expecting him to dive back up the inside then, but luckily he backed out of it, which means basically we've just got a couple more corners to get around here. The back straight that'll take about 10 minutes to get down, and then a very tricky last few corners, to be honest, because yeah, in this car especially, if we're going or go onto the brakes into the last sort of chicane with too much sort of steering, because it goes left first obviously, I'm pretty sure it will end up in a spin. So I'm just going to ease off the throttle here, brake a bit there, let it roll round, and I've completely got that wrong, but managed to just stay in front. But yeah, I didn't brake enough in the early stages when I had the chance, and then when obviously it got to the point of me needing to slow down fully, I was still going way too fast. But anyway, we did it just. So that's all that matters. It would have been nice to have not obviously had that crash at the end, but yeah, I'm not going to be awfully upset about that. So we've unlocked a new helmet design, and that moves us on to race number 3. Which is over in Italy, and again I'm not going to try pronounce the name of the track, but we're going to stay in the same car, and again this is just going to be another one where we're going to have to be very careful in some of the corners. Yeah, sometimes it is actually quite helpful to be able to predict the lines that they're going to take. Especially on tracks like this, you can use it to your advantage, as you saw there through the first couple of corners. I was able to sneak round sort of go wide and then took back up and managed to go up the inside when they ran wide out the corner. Clearly I needed to concentrate more on what I was doing then though, rather than speaking. But yeah, we should be able to avoid that easily enough next lap. And I can't blame talking for that one. I just carried too much speed and it didn't want to turn. So yeah, just under 18 seconds behind the leader. Obviously we've got 4 laps to go. So I think as long as we can gain 5 seconds a lap, well yeah, 5 would be more than enough. Which, to be fair, we've already gained 5, so but obviously the trouble sometimes though this early on is that the fastest car might not actually be at the front yet. Which I'm guessing the fastest car is going to be either second or third currently. So I'd gone for a gap there that the AI then decided to brake, which meant the gap just completely disappeared. Obviously I'd already committed to the line, and if I had tried moving away from it anyway, I'd have ended up in a spin as well. But yeah, not ideal, but definitely not too costly. Never helpful obviously, but it is difficult to get through these races without having those sorts of problems. Yeah, as obviously cost us a bit of time, and the 2 cars that I were expecting to get to the lead are now in first and second, so we'll just have to see how much we can catch them. But it does seem to have come down a few seconds already. car wanted to turn into a plane there. Which really didn't help with going onto the brakes, but managed to just about get it stopped. So yeah, just going to be about within 4 seconds with 2 laps to go. Just hopefully get past second without too many problems and without losing too much time. Yeah, we've managed to do, and yeah, so it just leaves us the leader to catch and pass. Right, we just know we've got to be extremely careful just with the AI cars breaking it through there. We did just have to lift off to be able to pull back to the inside. And I've carried too much speed into there again, but we've just about got away with it. It's actually weird because I felt like I'd well, like I broke earlier than I did last time, and that was after the front end was off the ground. Anyway. Just got to be very careful on throttle. Just try to feed it in rather than just stamping on it. Just because the power really wants to push the front, so obviously, yeah, if you're accelerating too early out of a corner, it just pushes you wide. So yeah, just taking it steady now. Not obviously having to make sure I'm pushing to catch anyone. Still actually pulling away, so got nothing to worry about there. does just love going sideways on the brakes through that last corner. But yeah, so anyway, we've just about managed. But yeah, I'll be honest, that is it's not an easy car to drive, so you do just have to be careful. So yeah, that's the 3 Porsche 911s unlocked. So we're just gonna head back to the cafe and just get this menu book completed. So that's unlocked another track for us. Which moves us on to menu book number 32, which is a Supra collection. So yeah, so that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it and hope to see you again next time. Bye for now.